Hello, this is my video about the card game app War. This is Jacob Crawford's video. As you can see, I just pushed it to main. Hit push origin so we can go and see it. And I instantiated a deck class, a card class, a game class, and a player class. And let's see. So like app class has a main function where stuff is called. Those are the instructions. These are showing examples of the deck class getting created. So everything starts with the game class for the actual game. You can create cards, or well, you can see cards. Let's see. So card has a describe method. Its values are the name, the suit, the value. Like I think like an ace is like a 13 or 14. The deck. Let's go to deck. A card is basically a list of a card is a deck is a list of cards, as you can see right here. So that's in it's instantiated. So this is like the deck builder right in its the constructor. And it iterates through there and creates all the different 52 cards. And it has getters and setters. And I did use this describe one, but I had to comment it out because it's calling the card.describe on all the cards. That's a lot of printing, so it's commented out for the time being. This is the shuffle. It's called in every game. And here's the draw, and this one tells you how many are left in the deck. In game, every player has a hand. So since every player gets dealt 5 cards, yeah. So it can increment their score when they win a round. And you can set their hand as well. So in the game app, similar to the deck class, stuff is instantiated in its constructor. I always remember the constructor is created because it doesn't have a return, not even void, and it's got the same name as the class. But it takes a number of players. So how many ever many players you want to have play, you can do that in the app side on the app class in the main function. So like I have 4 players at the moment, and I wanted to have something to tell you what's going on, and that's a game of war has been instantiated with the number of players. So you create the player list, and it creates a new instance of player, and then it sets the name as player plus I. Um, Basically, a game is a set. I guess to try and explain it, create game returns a map of a player and their hand or list of cards. And so first I create a bunch of empty lists for each player. Um, so it's like a list of lists. And then, yeah, that's the create empty hands one up here. And then I call it right here. Um, for each player. And I deal them a card. So I'm filling up the empty hands list. And then while that while loop is done, and then I create a players and their cards hash map, and I iterate through the list of players, and I fill up the hash map. This is slightly misleading because empty hands is no longer empty at this point. And then I assign it to their hand. List of players. Get the list of from the list of players. Get the ith player, and then set their hand with the corresponding I index. And here's a print player's hand, and that function takes a list of players. I've got a couple functions that kind of do the same thing, like describe game and print players' hands. And at the time, it was necessary to see what was happening. Too many print statements. So here's one round, one deal. It takes a list of players, and it looks at their hand. So I start by initiating player with the best card to null. It's kind of like the max function. And then I have the highest card. I have it make it very low. And then I have an instantiated card that is just like really low and no values. So then I iterate through the players list, and for every I've what is the player's hand and the card he's 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 dealing. He removes the first one, and I want to assign the value to something, player's card value. And if that card value is higher than the highest card value, then I make that one what that I assign that player's card. Let's say he gets a 5 of something. Then I assign 5 as the new max, highest card value. And then the player with the best card is now that player. And the best card is player get their hand and then get the first one. That is And then I describe the best card. It cannot be null. And then I need to increment the score. Player with the best card gets incremented, which is it takes a score. So I get their score and then it adds one. We can go check that out. Increment score. It takes a score and then it increments it by one. Describes the round winner and it returns a player. So as you can see, let's see a round. So there's a print statement. The winner of this round is player one. That's kind of like a bug. I'm gonna have to fix that more, but I got to turn this in today. Player of this round is player one. 6 of clubs. Let's go find player one. What? He doesn't even have it. Six of clubs. Oh, there it is. 6 of clubs. Yeah, player one has 6 of clubs. Now, I think there's a bug here, and I'm gonna have to fix that. But yeah. So that's the game. And thanks for watching the video.